Hello Aries, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Now before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now what you see laid before you is the heart of the matter to your Where Do We Stand spread, and this is a mid-January love reading. It's a two-part video series, the first part dealing with you and the second part dealing with your partner or your potential partner. Okay, let's get started. Okay, at the heart of the matter, we have loyalty, we have a new start is coming, the new moon, we have enlightenment, we have wisdom, we have the rider, and we have compass. So what this is telling me is, even though this is a love reading, for me, love is more than just the concept of love between man and woman. I know this is what this reading is about, but I'm just telling you what my concept is about love. So this to me is telling you that you have to remain loyal to your path, right? Because a new start is coming filled with a lot of enlightenment and wisdom. And you're going to have to be the rider on your horse, knowing exactly where you're going. Because this horse is looking towards its true north. Okay, Aries, the first question that I asked is how you see yourself. And I have 20, fulfillment, the waxing moon, the energy is gaining momentum. I have the perseverance. I have the birds, number 12, and 25, the ring. So Aries, it's saying how you see yourself is that you're in a state of fulfillment. And these progressive energies are building because, I mean, here is wine meant to represent the enjoyment and the pomegranate meant to symbolize abundance. And then the red is, of course, passion, and green is creativity, vitality, and growth. So it's telling you that you are to persevere, because this card speaks about a woman who threw away something that was dear to her due to what she perceived as an opportunity. But she shouldn't have, because she was just around the corner to that big break that she was looking for. Right? But the lesson to be learned from this is to be careful of the how you communicate in a commitment, or whatever commitment it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love commitment, but this is a love reading. So you have to be careful of your communication within whatever commitment or contract that you're in. Sorry. I don't know where to put them. All right, the next message is how you view your partner. And you have 19, rest and rejuvenation. You have balance, spirituality, and practicality. You have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. You have nothing yet is set in stone, the mutable moon. You have renewal. And you have acceptance. And the lesson to be learned is the child and the labyrinth. Now, Aries, how you're seeing your partner is that they seem to need a lot of rest and rejuvenation, like a lot of healing. But what you're figuring they need to do is to balance their spirituality and their practicality, because maybe they're leaning too heavily on one side and not remembering the other. So maybe like, okay, they're super spiritual, but they forget the practical things in life. or they're super practical and they forget the spiritual things in life. So there's a balance that needs to happen here, right? And I'm going to read 41 because I'm unfamiliar because I just got these cards like not even a week ago yet. It says spirit connection, intuition, and inspiration. The beautiful angel Uriel, also called the fire of God, wears the brilliant crystal crown vibrating with passionate connection to the divine. She brings great power to your seventh energy center, which is called the crown chakra and is located at the top of your head. This card upright indicates an open and free-flowing channel of information and inspiration from the wonderful beings in the spirit world. This could also be a time of great intuition for you and guidance from your higher awareness. So allow yourself to quiet your mind and listen. So Aries, I think it's either, well, yeah, because you have nothing set in motion here. So you're thinking that your partner needs to be more grounded so that they can listen to their intuition and get in tune with their spirit guides, their ancestors, and all the beneficial energies that are available to them. Now, you have nothing is yet set in stone. So, I mean, you see them in a state of flux. Like they haven't figured out exactly where they are going or where they want to go. But you see that they're in a state of renewal, and who knows what part of this renewal they are. Because this person, right, it speaks about a flower who was uprooted from the life that it known and was thrown away into a dump. But when they realized actually what had happened is that they woke up, tree roots well planted in a garden. It was no longer a dump. It was actually a park garden, right? So your partner is at a state where they're in the process of renewal. Because as you can see, this card also have the 7 chakras represented in this card, with the sun shining like this. So it is telling you that you wish that your partner could really listen to their intuition, right? Because they're at a state of thinking that they're lacking, but you're wanting them to accept that there's nothing wrong with them and nothing is missing and they have everything they need to move forward. And the lesson for you though, Aries, with how you're viewing your partner is to see them with childlike eyes, you know, to see them through the innocence of a child, so that you can know that, you know, they're stuck in a labyrinth of their own making. But once they get to their center, there should be peace and calm there for them. But you have to allow that person to be able to walk their walk. It's very difficult sometimes because, you know, we see the potential in others and we wish they could see it too, but you can't force another person's journey. Okay, the next question that I asked is how you see the relationship. And you have journey, number 2. You have new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. You have the North Node, step out of your comfort zone. You have release, grief, and the lesson to be learned is Tower, grounding, home, and the Sun. So Aries, you're seeing this relationship as an endeavor. You're seeing it as something wonderful that you are not quite sure where it's going to lead, but you know that with you and your partner working together hand in hand, that there's a lot of prosperity that lies ahead. You know, because Tauruses, they like the comfortable, they like the lavish, they like the abundance, they like comfort, you know, and they're very stuck in their ways with these things. But what's needed is for you guys to go on a real journey and step out of your comfort zone and release whatever grief there might be that is holding you guys back. I'm going to read what Journey is to you guys, because as I said, I just received these cards not even a week ago. So I'm unfamiliar. Like, I get intuitive hits about them, but I like to see where the creators of the deck is coming from. Movement, relocation, travel. Pack your bags. The Journey card foretells upcoming travel or a shift in location. It may be as simple as a vacation, a retreat, a class, or even work-related trip. This card could also signal a move of residence or a job relocation. The upright position indicates that the plans should go off without a hitch. Still be clear about the motivations, and mindsets, mindful of logistics. All of life is a journey. This card is telling you that you have some exciting and inspiring adventures ahead. Exactly. That's what I was saying, is like, you see this relationship as a journey, as you guys are going to walk together and beautiful things are going to unfold because there's prosperity ahead. You know? Excuse me. But the lesson, what you're going to take away from this is, I mean, because these three cards right here speak of such strong stability. You know, the House card, the Tree card, and the Tower. This is not the Tower of the, the Tower of the Tarot, where it's calamity and sudden change and abrupt, you know, consequences. No, this Tower is signifying stability. This Tower is signifying, like, as if you would have seen a castle. Exactly how a castle would represent in your mind. That's what this Tower is representing. Abundance, stability, long lasting. Right? So the thing is that you're supposed to see your relationship as this. And if you can do that, what you would do is benefit from the sun energies. And in the tarot, the sun is the most happiest card in the deck. Okay, the next card, the next question that I asked is, what you're expecting. And we have 15, appreciation in reverse. I will read that as well. A time for healing, balsamic moon, workaholic, abundance, and the lesson to be learned is anchor and ship. So let's read appreciation in reverse. Reverse. The appreciation card reversed is warning that you're missing some important opportunities. You've lost your sense of gratitude and have gotten caught up in the prickly brambles of negativity and possibly even despair. Stop focusing on what you don't have, even if it seems to be a lot. Instead, find something to appreciate about yourself and your life. Choose to focus on the little things with gratitude and acknowledgement. Your refusal to appreciate even the small pleasures will cause them to drop from your hands and keep you stuck in some of your problem patterns, causing you to lament your lack even more. Let go of this negative focus and spend some time every day acknowledging that you have to be grateful for. Remember, the more you appreciate your life, the more your life will appreciate and value. Okay, so Aries, what you're expecting is to not be appreciated for all your efforts that you're doing to try to bring a balance, healing energies to this relationship. You're not being appreciated for all the work that you're doing to achieve this abundance. You know, and I mean, that's got to be a hard place to be, to know that you are working yourself to the bone to try to provide this abundance for your family and still feeling unappreciated. But it's a balsamic moon, so for you guys, it's a time of healing. Whether you do this individually or as a couple, right? Because the ship, you're being asked to, be anchored. So when you're anchored, it's like you're steadfast. You have to know what and where you're going. How? You have to be able to free yourself of any negative thoughts that would diminish, just like as this acceptance card was saying, is that you have to be able to see your life as abundant and to appreciate even the little things. So it's just saying that you have to be anchored even though that you are about to embark on a voyage. Because remember that you're viewing your life as a journey. So, but you remember, even though you might be flying in situations that are so unreal that you're going to be flying above these obstacles. Because if you look below them, there's mountains, right? So you'll be able to fly above these mountains and these challenges and obstacles, but you're going to have to stay grounded. Okay, the outcome, you have yin and yang in reverse, number 22. We'll read that as well, even though, it's pretty obvious. But it says, don't let your past hold you back, the South Node. It says, luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. And then you have insecurity, and you have 39, the gamble, and 29, the woman. So we're going to read 22, yin yang. And what it says is, this card reverse reveals a yang cycle, which is one of active, outgoing energy. This time calls for a more logical approach to things, but the logic needs to be applied to purposeful action. This cycle is often marked by creativity, new beginnings, sometimes a significant outer change. Let yourself apply more forceful energy to the task at hand and take advantage of the highly charged yang time. Okay, so Aries, your outcome is that you got to go get it. And whatever has happened in your past, whether it was yesterday, it was 10 years ago, or it was when you were 5, don't let it hold you back. Because you have so much luck on your side to achieve these things that you want. But you have to remember that if there's no enemy within, then there's no enemy without. So if you're feeling any bit of insecurity that would cause you to do this lesson of gambling your past with an outside woman, don't do that. Because the lesson is that you're not to gamble what you have for something on the outside. Don't let your insecurities cause you to seek passion outside of this relationship and then run the risk of betting against the house and losing it. Okay, we have closing guidance for you, Aries. And they are, right. The first one is 40, creativity. And it says, your creativity is a story that needs a voice in the world, a way to be heard. And it has moved into your spirit lodge. Creativity is part of your future life. People think that creativity is outside of them, like truth or power, but it inhibits you like your own life force, and it animates your being. Creativity is within the crystal palace of your mind. You are about to go on a long journey called life. Do you see the synchronicities within this reading? How you viewed your relationship was a journey. Oh God, I love these cards. I love doing what I'm doing, and I'm so grateful that I didn't allow my fear to hold me back. Okay, sorry Aries, my rant. Okay. You are about to go on a long journey called life. And as you travel, you will learn to heal the evil forces of darkness. And you are a warrior in the fight against ignorance. These dark sorcerers are created within each of us when we live a life unexpressed creativity. When we live someone else's truth and not our own. Define your own creativity and live that creativity in the world. Yes, John. Peace and blessings. Witness 44. Live in your sacred witness. The inner place of silence and observing is your true identity, and therefore your true power. Your sacred witness is all you really have when all else is gone. Like monoliths in the ancient valley of the great stones, it observes and remembers the passage of the ages. The answer that you find through this timelessness of spirituality and the innocence of nature offer the infinite. Each human being is on his or her own path, each different from yours. Answers to your questions are rarely found in another human. Answer your own questions by reflecting on nature and conversing with your own sacred witness. So again, Aries, I normally don't give guidance after the closing guidance, but I feel a need to. So what this is saying is allow your partner to have the experiences they need to grow. And even if those experiences should happen to be different from you, or different from the way that you perceive life, still allow them. And no, I'm not saying if you're in a relationship where the person is treating you badly, is cheating on you, is deceiving you, is lying or abusing you, that you should stay in a relationship. Obviously, that's definitely not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is just give the person room to grow, just as you would need room to grow yourself. Okay, Aries, I thank you so much for coming to the Black Hearted Oracle. I pray these messages found you well. I hope that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.